Okay, so we go to solve this quadratic simultaneous equation. In here you have to make sure one of the letter is subject, so it's already y is subject, so that is fine. Just resubstitute it into here and also maybe here as well, because right here. So what do we have? So we got 3x squared on the top, right? We're writing it in terms of that, plus y squared. Y is basically 2x minus 3. That's what y is. Squared minus, what is this? X bracket y. Y is already 2x minus 3 is equals to 5. The 2x minus 3 squared if you do that, that's 4x squared minus 6x plus 9. That's going to give you 3x squared plus, what's this now? That thing is 4x squared minus 6x minus 6 and minus 12x plus 9. Multiply here, minus 2x squared plus 3x because it's negative and negative plus 3x. Bring the 5 inside, minus 5 is equal to 0. 3x squared plus 4x is 7x squared, minus 2x squared is 5x squared, minus 12x plus 3x is minus 9x, plus 9 minus 5 is plus 4, equal to 0. Can I divide it by any number? Not really. 5 times 4 is 20. Factors of 20, that makes 9. 5 times 4 minus minus 5x minus 5. 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. So divide everything by 5, remember, because of this number. This will divide here. X minus 1. 5x minus 4 equal to 0. In this case, x is equal to, is not minus 1, x is positive 1, or x is 4 over 5. Then you substitute it into this equation, remember, because it's already by the subject here, so substitute it here. Y equals 2 bracket 1 minus 3. That's minus 1 then. The other one, y equals 2 bracket x is 4 over 5 minus 3. You can multiply the top numerator, 8 over 5 minus 3. 3 means 3 over 1, times it by 5, times it by 5. 5, and then what do we have? 15. That will give you, y is 8 minus 15 is minus 7 over 5. Okay, a simple quadratic simultaneous equation. Next one. You got 5 terms on the quadratic sequence. So this number to this number, 11. This number to this number, that's what? 17. Here to here, that's what? 23. That's enough. Here. 6. That number. So 2a is the bottom number, which is that one. 6. A is 3 then. 3a plus b is that number, which is 11. 3 bracket 3a, yeah, plus b equals 11. That's 9. Take the 9 out. B equals to 11 minus 9, that's 2. Next one, a plus b plus c, then that's the formula always, equal to that number, right? What's that? The number is 10. A is 3, b is 2, c equals 10. That's the 5. Take a 5 out on that one. 10 take away 5 is 5. What's the finalized answer? A n squared, so 3n squared plus 2n plus 5. Okay. Next one. So this is capture recapture, right? They caught 80 termites, put a mark on each. So tag over population. How many were tagged technically? 80 over population is what you want to always find. Okay, the total number of that's the population. Then on the second time they caught 60 termites, but 12 were tagged. So tag over population, remember, it's always tagged over population. How many were tagged here? 12 were tagged out of population of 60. Cross multiply. 80 times 60. 8 times 6 is 48. Then stick 2 zeros behind it, equals to 12p. B is what? 48 divided by 12 is 4. And then 2 zeros behind it, 400. Any assumptions you made? No mark was erased. And also remember, none of the termites died, or no new termites were born. Okay. Right. You want the mean. So you want the midpoint, x. Yeah. So if you do it 16 at 18 and then divided by 2, that's 17 in the midpoint, that's 19 in the midpoint, 21 on the midpoint, 23 on the midpoint, 24, 25 on the midpoint. And this is what we call F, frequency, and now you need an fx. 17 times 3 is 51. I need a calculator on this. 19 times 6, 114. 10 times 21, 210. 12 times 23, 276. 25 times 9, what was that? 225. You need a total here, total here. I know this total because it's always going to be that number anyway, so that's good. 51 plus 114 plus 210 plus 276 plus 225. 876. Let's see. Divided by one number. So 876 divided by that 40. 21.9. That's the mean. Okay, very simple, straightforward. Work out the perimeter of this triangle ABC. So you know that D is the midpoint of AC and DB is 16. D to B is 16. Okay, they told you that. Using this is your hypotenuse. That's the opposite. That's the adjacent. You can work out the hypotenuse, which is what, AB. What is that? So you know O and H, which is sine. So sine 65. Because O is 16 over H is AB. Because AB is on the bottom, you can switch them around. AB switches, right? 16 over sine 65. 17.65. Always do 2 decimal places. So that's 17.65. And this is also 17.65 because remember it's an isosceles triangle because of this line, right? Isosceles triangle, so those are the same. I need to work out the A to D now, AD. Now you could think, or I could do technically, I could do a trig, or you know what, I'm going to do for the fun of it, I'm just going to do Pythagoras, because if you look at this triangle, this is the hypotenuse, longest side, and this is your shorter side, and this is shorter side. So take away 17.65 squared, take away what? 16 squared. Which gives you 7.45. So I know that this number here is 7.45 and this is also 7.45. So what is the total perimeter? So I go how many? 17.65. I got 2 17.65 and also this technically is twice of 7.45. So whatever that 2 times 7.45 is. Which gives me 50.2 for the perimeter centimeters. Okay. Next one. Sure. Yeah. So you will say let x is 0.38181. Then because remember only one digit is not recurring, so times it by 10. 10x equals 3.8181. Now you can't say not recurring. Now you have to say recurring. So remember that was times 10. Yeah. How many digits are recurring? 2 digits. 8181 is 2 digits, right? Times it by 100. 10x times 100, 1000x is 381.8181. Subtracted 990x is equals 0.81.81. Cancel 381. Take away 3 is 378. X is 378. Take away, I mean divided by 990. They can you divide? Okay, normally you think okay divided by 2, but would it divide by 9? Yeah, you can divide by 9. 37 divided by 9 is 4 remainder 1. 1 means 18. 2. 110 divided by 2 again. 21 and 55 if you divide by 2. Okay. Because they said show, so you got. If they didn't say show or simplify, don't worry about factorizing, right? Next one. the number of pink sweet is to, so okay, so pink is to white, 2 is to 1. The total here 0.2, 0.35, which is 0.55. 1 take away 0.55, which gives you what? 0.45. That 0.45 is split into the ratio of these ones, right? Because these are the remaining. So divided by 3, 0.45 divided by 3 is 0.15, times this by 0.15, 0.3, 0.15. So you know pink is 0.3, white is 0.15. There are 28 red. I would like to do the total. So 28, you don't times it by the red, like 28 red plus red is 0.35. You don't times it by 0.35. Remember, because then it's a total times 0.35 will give you the red. No, you want the total. So 28 divided by the 0.35. Okay, so 28 divided 0.35, which will give you what? 80. And what do? You would like, so that's total. White sweets in the back. How many white? So white is what? So you take the total, which is 80, then you times it by the white. What is white? It's 0.15, right? That will give you 12. And that's the answer. Okay. Now, the next one. So work out the probability that they win both games. So he wins both games. So it's technically win and win. Here and here. Which is 0.6 times 0.9. Which will give you 0.54. He will win exactly one of the games. So it's a win and lose. Or lose and win. So win and lose is the way. So 0.6 times 0.1. Or is plus. Lose and win is 0.4 times 0.25. That should give you 0.16. Just use the calculator on it. Okay. Now, next one. They invest 200,000 for 3 years with a compound interest. So the deposit is 200,000, and the rate is 1.7 as is increasing. Remember, yeah, it's an appreciating one. It doesn't say depreciate or anything. Okay. So it's 1.018, because if it's 1.8%, it's 1.018 to the power for the first year. Oh, technically, yeah, cool. And then x for the second and third year. So x to the power, whatever. How many? Total of 3 years. So you have 1 year gone there. So 2 is equal to, what's the answer? 209,754. Then what x squared will be what? 209,754 divided by 200,000. 1.018. But then a square, and you just put a square root. So you just plug that on a calculator. 0.9754 over 200,000. 1.018. And if you do that, you will get 1.015. Answer to 3 decimal places. Then what do? Always take away 1, which is 0.015, times it by 100, which will give you 1.5%. And that's the answer. X is 1.5% to 1 decimal place. X is 1.5% to 1 decimal place. Okay. The next one. So you got 8 correct to 1 significant figure. So x is 8 is a 8.5, and then what is it? 7.5. If it's 4.6, it's 4.65, 4.55, and 20 to the nearest 10. Nearest 10 means, remember, you divide this number by 2, which makes it 5. So 20 nearest 10 is 25 is upper. Lowest, because it's 5, you add a 5 and then you take away 5, right? So the 20 take away 5 is 15. Calculate lower bound. Remember, you want lower bound. How to do lower bound? Because you won't start with lower bound, you always start with lower, divided by technically an upper. But you can't do an upper because remember, there are 2 things take away. And because you want upper technically here, so upper, take away is always the opposite, lower. So p value on the lower bound is equals to lower bound of a, lower bound of a, 4.55 over m, you want a what? Upper bound of m, 25, take away lower bound of x, 7.5. Just plug it through. 4.55 over 25 minus 7.5, which gives you what? 0.26. Okay, 0.26 would be the final answer. Right, maybe not. Right, the mass of a cylinder is given to you, right? And then density is given, so you can do the volume. So what is the volume? Remember the formula. Density is mass over volume. What is the density is so volume, you can just switch it around, mass over density then, right? The mass is 5.4 divided by the density 0.0027. So 5.4 divided by 0.0027, that's going to give you 200 is the volume. 2000 centimeters cube. What's the formula for volume of a cylinder? Volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So it's pi times radius is 10. Okay, that's the radius. That's good enough. Pi r squared times by the height equals 2000. So the height is equals to 2000 basically divided by pi times 10 squared. Right, give the answer to one decimal place. Okay, so it's 2000 divided by pi times 10 squared, which will give you 6.1 dp, 6.4. So the height is 6.4 centimeters. Okay. Next one, density question again. So you got three liquids. So you got liquid A, liquid B, liquid C. Let's say mass here, volume here, and density here. Okay. So liquid A has a density of 1.8, A 1.8, B has a density of 1.2, B is density 1.2, 80 centimeter cube. Centimeter cube is a volume, it's not a, okay, so that's just common sense. 40 centimeter cube of liquid B, 40, and remember you are allowed to add A and B, that will make it 120, but already they told it to you, so yeah, they were being nice. They want the density of liquid C, so they want to know what this is. You can do the formula. What is it? Density is, remember, mass over volume. Volume is what? Mass over density then, because you switch these around, right? Mass over density, you could do it here, isn't it? What's the mass over density? So you go 80 divided by 1.8, which is okay, let me change the color of the pen. 44.4. See, I was thinking, why did I put it on the wrong numbers? Come on. Volume is 80. See? 80, 40 is the volume. I said volume and I clearly wrote it on the mass. 120. Okay, just make sure. So mass over density. You need the mass actually. So mass is density times volume. Mass is what? You multiply density times volume. So 80 times 1.8, which is 144. 40 times 1.2 is 48. And remember, you're allowed to add the masses together. 144 plus 48, which gives you 192. And you know what density is? Mass over volume. So you will do this one in mass over volume. The mass is 192. Divided by the volume is 120. So it's 1.6. And that's the answer they want, 1.6. Because it's the density of liquid C. Okay. Next one. Formula for speed. Speed is distance divided by time. So you can switch around to work out the time. Time is distance over speed. They would like time, of course, right? Yeah. Time is distance. What's the distance? 135 over speed. What speed is? 180. 135 divided by 180, which will give you 3 over 4 hours. Always in hours. So but they want it in minutes. So 3 over 4 times by 60. That will give you 45 minutes. Okay, that gives you what? 45 minutes is what they want. Next one. Distance formula. Distance is speed times time, remember? Distance is speed. What's the speed is here? 852. 45 minutes, remember, 45 divided by 60, because you want it in hours, which is 0.75, by 10 hours, so times it by 10.75 then, right? So what's the distance? 852 times 10.75, which gives you 9,159 kilometers. Make sure time is always in hours and do it properly. All right, next one. In here you got the equation of that. So 2y equals 6x minus 5. They want perpendicular line going through that point in that form. Okay, so first make sure y equals divided by everything by 2, 3x minus 5 divided by 2. What is the gradient? The gradient of this line is 3. So you want a perpendicular gradient, which is, well, 3 technically means 3 over 1 is a positive, so it's a negative, minus 1 over 3. So y equals what's the formula? So y minus y1 equal m bracket x minus x1. This formula would be an easier one to substitute, right? Y minus y1 coordinate. What is y1? This is x and y1. Y minus y1, so minus 1 equal m is what's the gradient? Minus 1 over 3. X times x1. X take away x1, sorry. Minus 9. Yeah. That will give you y add 1 equals to, if you multiply it, minus 1 over 3x plus 1/3 times 9 is 3. Y equals to minus 1 over 3x. 3 take away 1, which is 2. And you would like to do it in that form. So what is the denominator that's there? So times by 3 to get rid of the denominator. That will cancel. That will give you 3y equals minus x plus 6. Keep the number here. Remember, they kept the number x and y on the other side. 3y plus x. Because remember, it's a minus x here, right? That goes to the other side. It's plus x. Okay. Good. Next one. Cumulative frequency. So what do we have? 7. You add it. Keep adding. 33. 77. 91. 98. 100. Why did I go 77 straight out? Come on. 33, 57, sorry. 67, 80, 67. Nah, how much is it? 67, 71. 78, 80. Always make sure here, this is your total always, and is it 80? Yes. So 733, 57, 71, 78, and then just 80. And always make sure, don't do the midpoints, okay? Make sure you must be used to this question by now. Use the upper numbers in there. So 10 and 7, and then there goes, so 10 comma 7, 10 comma 7, and then what is this? 33, 57, 71. 33, 57, 71, 78, 80. 78, 80. Make sure it's a single line. Okay, something like that. Use your graph to estimate the median. Remember the formula median. Half n. N is a total of this data. Remember, see, but you would have worked out before. Anyways, it's 80. So that means you want to look at the 40th value. 40th value will go here. That's 40th. Will go there. Read that correctly. Well, literally, I'm reading 21, 22, 22.5. I'm reading. I would say any answer between 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's say anything within that is okay. So I'm literally within that numbers anyways, right? Use your graph. Okay, so keywords, probability, make sure you have to give it in a fraction. More than, so you got to take away 42 minutes. Okay, just more than means take away here. Remember, 42 minutes is here, 42 is here. Because it's more than, always learn to take away. Come on. 42. There. 71, 72, 73. So don't write 73. Remember, you take away from the total. What is the total was? 80. Take away 73, which is 7. And you want a probability, so 7 out of total 80. So you can write 7 out of 80, 6 out of 80, 7 out of 80, 8 out of 80. Any of those three answers, you'll be fine. Okay, don't bother simplifying this fraction. Okay, next one. What do we have? Frequency density. So we have a histogram here. So you want a class width. That's 10. Take away. That's a 5. Take away. That's a 10. Take away. That's 15. Take away. That's 20. And we go frequency density. So you divide 8 divided by 10, 0.8. 13 divided by 5, 2.6. 19 divided by 10, 1.9. 24 divided by 15. I'll just use a calculator at this point. 1.6. There you go. 6 divided by 20, 0.3. And we draw. So 0 to 10 is 0.8. 0 to 10 is 0.8. Okay. 0.8 is here. 0 to 10. There you go. That's the box. Good. 10 to 15 is 2.6. 10 to 15 is 2.6. So you have to go to 2.6. Good. Let me just write 15 so you know. 15 to 25 is 1.9. 15 to 25. 25 is here, by the way. 1.9. 25 to 40 is 1.6. 25 to 40 is 1.6. Okay. 40 to 60 is 0.3. 40 to 60 is 0.3. There you go. Okay, simple and neat. Okay, let's read. When I selected a flight that was late by 25 minutes or less. They want probability, that means fraction. Okay, Manu selected a flight that was late by 25 minutes or less from his resort. Work out an estimate for the probability that it was 5 minutes or less. So it is actually, in this question, it is a conditional probability. Okay, this is not like your normal typical question. This is what we call a conditional probability. Okay, just remember, because it's because you know that this is probably worth, instead of 2 marks, this probably is worth about 3 marks. The reason I'm going to say this is worth 3 marks is just because in a normal probability, the total will be the denominator. In this one, this guy will be the denominator. So the denominator is less than 25. So how many minutes are less than 25? That's easy, because think about it. 25 is here. So you want everything technically less than. So everything in that area, right? Okay. So in here, so what is this? We actually know that number in this box. We technically know what this number is, right? Because it's said here. Or if you're not bothered, then you just go here to here. How much is that? That's 10 times by 1.9. That's 19. That's the other one. Here to here, because over the area, right? 5 times 2.6 is 13. Here to here, that's 10 times 0.8, which is 8. But it's already said here. Look. Okay, right. So how much is that? 8, 9, 8, 13, 19. Which gives you 40. So you know that the total is going to be 40. But on the numerator, it was late by 5 minutes or less. So you want 5 minutes or less. So where is 5 minutes? 5 minutes is here. So you want that area. Less means in this area, right? So how much is that? Here is 5 times what number? 0.8, isn't it? 0.8, which gives you 4. 4 out of 40. It has to be an exact answer. Okay. 1 over 10. You can simplify. You don't have to simplify. It's up to you. Your problem. Right. 1 over 10. That's the answer. Okay. Next one. You want this box plot. Easy. Minimum is 12. Make sure every 2 box is 1. So this is 1. That is 2. So 12. You want 10, 11, 12. Minimum's done. Maximum is 29. 30, and that automatically makes that 29. Median is 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. Upper quartile is 23, 20, 21, 22, 23. Interquartile range, you take away from the upper quartile. So 23 take away 18, that makes lower quartile is 15. Yeah, 15. There you go. That's a graph. This is talking about the time boys took to complete a puzzle. This is talking about girls completing the puzzle, time taken, right? Compare the distribution. Who took more time? Always, you remember, you always compare the what? Median. Who took more time, right? Median, that middle line, right? Who took more time? Boys, right? Pick a number, right? So you will write, remember the statement. In average, boys took more time to complete puzzle because they have a higher, what is that, median. Okay, you always compare median. What's the median that boys had? Remember what number was it? I think it was 16 was the median, versus the girls median was 14. Next one. In average, who has a more consistent time taken is the girls, because look at the size of the interquartile range. You can do the interquartile range. Actually, they done it for you, but the interquartile range is 8 here. IQR is 8. I can do the interquartile range here. Upper quartile here is 16, 17 minus 11, 6. So you always pick the smaller interquartile range. This is 8, that's 6. You pick that one. Okay, 6. In average, girls have a more consistent time taken to complete the puzzle because they have a smaller interquartile range. Of what number? 6 versus what's the other one? 8. Yeah, for 6 is better. Always remember, interquartile range, you pick the lowest one. Upper quartile, you pick the, median, you pick the highest one, and then you write. Learn, okay? Simple questions. Definitions by this. So, if you look at it, this line, it cuts the what axis? X-axis. At what number? -2. So, x is greater than or equal to -2 because you want on the right side. So, r is on the right side. So, this one, you can work out the equation of this line. Y equals how many? Here and here, here and here. There's good box to read. That's 1, and this is 2. 1 over 2 then. Y is 1 over 2 x, and where it crosses y-axis? +1. And r is below that, so less than and equal to. This one. Let's see, these boxes are good to read. 2 boxes here, 2 boxes, so 2 divided 2. Y equals 2 divided by 2, remember 2 over 2, which is 1. So 1x, technically x. And where it crosses the y-axis? 0. So you don't need to put 0. Just get rid of the equal sign. And the r, look at the r. According to this red line, r is above, so greater than and equal to. It's a solid line, that's why it's equal to. Make sure you should know how to do this by now, okay? Next one. Describe this transformation, single transformation. So you're going from, make sure you're going from A to B. Sometimes they might say B to A. Just always read. So you know that it is an enlargement by a scale factor remember it was a 2 box here, so let's assume here, what's this, 4 box, so 2 to go to 4 is times it by 2. So times it by what number? -2. Why it's -2? Because the shape is switched around. This is that way, this is the other way, right? It's turned in. So negative scale factor. This point is same thing as that point. That point is same thing as that point. So your center is here. From the center, -1, 0. Okay. Next one. Enlarge this triangle by a scale factor of -0.5 from the center 0, 2. 0, 2 center is here. That's center. So how to go to that point? Let's say you go 2 right, 2 up. 2 and 2 times it by what number? Scale factor -0.5, which will give you -1, -1. So 1 left, 1 down, which is here. Then if I erase this again, let's say I want to go to that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right, 1, 2 up. So 6 right, 2 up means 6 and 2 times it by minus 0.5. That will give you minus 3 and minus 1. So you got 3 left from the center. 3 left and then 1 down here. Let me erase them out. The last one is, I want to do this one. 1, 2, 2 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 2 right and 4 up. Times it by minus 0.5. That's the scale factor. Minus 1, minus 2. So you go 1 left, 2 down, 1, 2. Yeah. Let me erase this. And that's what it should look like. Okay, enlarged by a scale factor of minus 0.5, center 0.2. Good. Next one. Right, proportional, directly proportional. Remember, it's k times. Okay, so you read the word GS. Okay, directly proportional, k times square root of h. Square root of h. There you go. Simple. Done. Input the numbers. G is 18 equals k times square root of 16. So that's done. Square root of 16 is 4. Just divide it. 18 divided by 4 technically is 4.5. So I'm just going to put 4.5 then. What's the point? What's the equation? G equals to k is 4.5. Remember, don't put the numbers. Just square root of h. Now, find h when g is 2. Possible value. So there's going to be 2 values, alright? So g is going to be 2. H is 16. What is g is 2? So if it's 2 equals 4.5 times square root of h. So you divide it, square root of h. 2 divided by 4.5 gives you like a proper fraction, isn't it? It gives you what? 4 over 9, I think, if you divide it. I'm just going to keep it as 4 over 9. Square root of h goes to the other side. It's going to be squared. Okay. So if you square it, 4 squared is 16 over square of 99 is 81. So 16 over 81. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like this. Next one. Again, y is inversely proportional to d squared. So that means y is equal to, inversely means k over d squared. Number then, d is 10, y is 4. 4 equals k over d is 10 squared. 10 squared is 100. K, as you multiply it, 400. What is the equation? Y equals 400 over d squared. Y equals 400 over d squared. The next one, d is directly proportional to x squared. D is directly proportional means k times. Remember, k times what? X squared. D is 24 equals k times x squared. So that means 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. You just divide it. K is what? 24 divided by 4. That's just 6. Rewrite that equation. D is equal 6 times x squared. There you go. That's all been done. Very good. Formula in terms of y in terms of x. That means make y the subject. That's what it means. These two equations, what's the common letters? Remember? D. So y equals 400 over d squared. So you go d squared. So d is this one. Square this guy. 6 squared is 36. X squared squared. Remember, x squared squared. You multiply the powers, which is x to the power 4 then. But you can simplify this because it won't in the simplest form. 436 you can divide by 409 x to the power 4. Okay. Good. Next one. The area of this quadrilateral ABCD, give your answer to 3 significant figures. ABCD. Right. So first I would like to work out this length. This is LEO A. Okay. And that means this is capital A, opposite. And B and C could be that. So what is LEO A? A is equals to square root of b squared plus c squared, 9 squared plus 12 squared, minus 2bc, 2, 9, 12, cos 60. You should know the formulas inside out, yeah? 9 squared plus 12 squared, minus 2, 9, 12, cos 60 is 3 root 13. Okay, it gives you exactly. Alright, 3 root 13 then. Huh? Okay, 3 root 13. That's good enough. Now, you want the full area. So, I would like to do this area. So that's the angles. These would be the sides. So what is it? Area is half AB, so now half 912 sine 60 plus what's the area of this one? This is the angle. These two are the sides. Half what? 3 root 13 times 7 sine 84. $84.4 is three significant figure. Okay, three significant figure means three numbers only. 84.4. That's the answer. Centimeter squared. Okay, very simple, because they just do the area of two triangles and then you add it on. Right, inside the bracket is for the x value. You do the opposite. X value is the x and y, so take away 9, so minus 4 comma 7. Outside the bracket is for the y value 5. You do the same thing. Remember, 7 at 3 is 10, I guess. Good. Inside the bracket, so x value, you don't so you will, instead of shifting to the, you do the opposite. Remember, not left 3, it's a right 3, right? You move right 3. That point moves right 3, 1 2 3 here. That point will be here. That point move 3 places is here. That point 3 places is here. That point 3 places is here. Move point by point. Don't try to sketch a graph like, you know, like by imagining in your head. Never ever do that. Okay, always point by point. This is where people most of them got wrong. Reflect. If it's inside the bracket, it's not reflecting the x-axis. That's what you think, but it's not. It's reflecting the y-axis. That's your y-axis. Get the points down. That point there. This point is here. That point goes here. This point will go here. That point goes there, I guess. Come on. Square. Tricky to get diagrams. There you go. Okay, just do a reflection at the y-axis, and that's your y-axis. That's your y-axis. Iteration. Okay, so the first one, before you do a question, make sure it's equal to 0. Part A. X cubed plus 4x, bring it inside, so 1 comes to inside, minus 1 is equal to 0. Substitute one number, x is 0. 0 cubed plus 4 bracket 0 minus 1, which gives you minus 1. Put it on a calculator. X is 1. Sorry, x is 1 under. So 1 cubed plus 4 1 minus 1, remember, equal to, that's 5 4. That's the change in sign. Change in sign. So a root lies between whatever. Okay. Part B. What do we have? Show that it can be written. Make the 4x a subject. 4x subject. So 1 minus x cubed. Divide everything by 4. 1 over 4 minus x cubed over 4. There you go. I done it divide separately. Like, you know, I'm not writing. Some people think, oh, why I'm not doing this? It's the same thing, but we just do it separately. Okay, it's okay. Next one, part C. You would like to do the iteration twice. So this is x0, x1, x2. x1, what is this? So we go 1 over 4 minus, instead of 0, what do you put? Sorry, yeah, instead of that, instead of x cubed, so 0 cubed over 4, whatever that answer is. 1 over 4 minus, instead of x0, answer cubed over 4, right? So always press, first you type in your calculator 0 and press equal to, and you got it. Then you go, okay, 1 over 4, right? Minus fraction. Answer cubed, you write, over 4. And you put it, it's 1 over 4. Give it into, no, it doesn't say a decimal. So 1 over 4, what's the other one? 63 over 256. You press equal and then we'll do it. Now the thing is, it doesn't say anything decimal places, so fraction is fine. Good. The profit made by the shop increases each year. Okay. So 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. 2018 is 24,000. 2019 is 29,600. No idea. That's what they want. 2021, that's what they want. Okay. As the equation is Pn add 1 equals APN plus 800. You don't worry about this. Remember, what number would you start with? You start with this number, then only you can put the previous number as that guy. 29,600 equals A times 24,000 plus 800. 24,000 A is equals to so what do you do? 29,600 minus 800. 28,800 divided by 24,000. 1.2. So that equation is Pn add 1 equals 1.2 Pn plus 800. Okay, then what do you do? Remember, you put answer key is 24,000. Then what do you got? Then you got this, right? 1.2 bracket answer close bracket plus 800. What do you get? One number, one time is 29,600. Second time is 36,320. 36,320. Just press another equal to 44,384. And that's the answer key. That's the answer. Okay, that's what they want. So either iteration they will ask you like this, or they will ask you like this. Learn both of them. If you don't understand it, redo it a couple of times until you get it. So what do we have? We got quadratic inequalities. Factorize this. What's this? X plus 7, x minus 7, x is negative 7, x is positive 7. So on a number line, positive 7, negative 7, circle, circle. Because it points that way, that means it goes that way. And if you noticed, remember, if it points that way, it goes that way and that way. Always remember. Remember that I haven't written the answer down here. Normally I tend to, but because I got to do the other question. On the other question, I will think, oh, can you divide it by anything? Not really. So 5 times 72 then, which is 360. Factors of 360, that makes 31. Let's check. Divided by 24. Not really. 15, 20, no, that's not the same thing. 20, 12, how about 9 maybe? 40, 9 and 40, that's the one. 9 times 40 is 31, minus 40 plus, to make it minus 31. 5x plus 9, what's the other one? 5x minus 40 greater than 0. Divide everything by 5, 5 divides, yeah. 5x plus 9, x minus 8, x is what? Minus 9 over 5, and x is positive 8, yeah. Positive 8, where you know, I'm going to put it in different color. Positive 8 is here, circle, I'm going to put it on top. Minus 9 over 5, minus 9 over 5, minus 1.8 something, roughly here. Circle. And look at the way it points. Imagine it pointed that way, right? Imagine, let's imagine that, alright? It would do this. You can't. It's pointing outwards, so it kind of does that, right? Okay. So where is the... So if you extend this one, there, if you extend that one, if you extend that one, and if you extend that one, where is the overlap? Overlap is here. Overlap is here. So your answer is mainly... Take it from pen. This one. This way, the overlap of this is x is less than minus 7. The overlap of this, x is greater than 8. These are the two answers that you have to write. Okay. Estimate a gradient. At gradient means do the tangent, of course, at 5 minutes. Where is 5 minutes? 5 minutes is here. Yeah. One cross before, one cross after, straight line. Another straight line out. little bit like that. I'm gonna go here to here, here to here. That's 10. That's roughly 2-ish. Let's say 2. So total is 8 in here. In here, that's what number they go. 30, 29, 28. I think it's 28. So I got 28 divided by 8. I got 3.5. So any answer between 2.9 and to 4 is good enough. If you got anything between 2.9 and 4, good. Describe what is the answer. You look at this one. Distance. If you differentiate, do the gradient on the distance. What's the next one? Remember, it's always distance. After that is speed. After that is acceleration. If it was speed here, then my answer is acceleration. It's not. It's distance here, so my answer is speed. Make sense? It's speed. Next one. Work out distance. Distances means area. Remember, distance means area. 6 seconds, 3 strips. 1, 2, 3. So what do we have here? This number 30, that number 50, that number is just 60. And this is your height is 2. The first one, area of a triangle. What's a triangle? Base times height, 30 times 2 divided by 2. That cancels 30. Next one, 30 at 50 trapezium. Then you add the parallel side times by the height. The height is 2. Divided by 2. That cancels 80. 50 at 60 times by the height 2 divided by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. 1, 1, 10. Sorry. 1, 1, 0. So the total distance travel, which is the total area, 110 over 80, 190, 220. Okay, make sure you have to read the numbers properly. You have to do it properly. There's no leeway on this. You have to get it exact. Okay. The next one. Give m to n in terms of ka, and b, and what does it say? Okay, O to A is A. Okay, O to A is A. But remember, if O to A is A, but M is a midpoint, so that technically this is a half A. That is also a half A. O to B is B. O to B is B. A to C is KB. So that's K of B. They told you Bn to NC. Bn is 4. NC is 5. Out of total 9. Out of 9. They would like you to do m to n. Okay, so where do you start? You start m and you want to go to n. So we can't do this way. I'm going to go that way. Or express it in terms of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go that way. Just saying. Okay. It doesn't matter. You could do that way. Or you could do that way. I'm going to choose the bottom part. Okay, it's easier. It's not easier, it's just that's what I'm going to do. M to n. Okay, so first you have to go down here. So it's not half A, it's minus half A. Opposite. Plus B plus 4 over 9. 4 over 9 of what? B to C. Minus half A plus B plus 4 over 9. What is, how to do B to C? B to C. You can't do this one, of course. It's just fraction there. So you got like that. So what do you have? So you got minus B when you go that way. Minus B plus A plus KB, right? Minus B plus A technically, because remember it's half A is A anyways, right? Plus KB on the top. Expand it. Minus a half A plus B multiplied minus 4B over 9 plus 4A over 9 plus 4KB over 9. Now you can put them together. Minus a half A plus 4 over 9. Let's check that on a calculator. Which is minus 1 over 18. A Next one, I go 1b minus 4 over 9b, which is 5 over 9b plus 4 over 9 of kb. Okay, that's it. Give your answer in simplest form. That's probably simplest. You could take what common, you know, what you could do a common. You don't, okay, this is it. This is literally done. But you know what you can take common? You will take 1 over 18 outside. If you take 1 over 18, so what do you have then? Minus a plus 5 over 9 divided by 1 over 18. 1 over 18 means it's twice in the 9, so it's 5 times twice, so that's 10, 10b plus 8kb. Okay. You want to do, is it parallel to OB? O to B. O to B, it's just B. Are these two things, O to B is B? No, O to B. Are these parallel? Look. Is this a multiple of that? No. They are not multiple of each other. Therefore, not parallel. Okay. Good.